Even though I'm not a big Lewis Hamilton fan, there's no denying his greatness. From winning 7 titles and equaling the great Michael Schumacher to being an overall monster on the track, few can deny his greatness. Even though the last couple of years have been nothing but dominant from the guy in orange, Max Verstappen, it looks like the Mercedes team is coming back in full force after what most critics have deemed as the worst 2 years for them. Whether they can do it or not seems to be a huge question mark, but it is certainly within their power as one of the most influential teams of modern racing. In an interview with the official F1 broadcast, Toto believes that Lewis still has what it takes when it comes to winning championships and eyeing the top spot. He also believes that this will only happen if Mercedes can get him a car that is competitive against the field. Even though Mercedes came in second place the last season, it was one of their worst ones, where Lewis didn't manage to win a single race. Lewis's best performance came in as a second place finish in the Australian, Spanish and the Mexican Grand Prix. And those podium finishes weren't really problem free. A lot of things had to go right for that to happen. Lewis has signed another 2-year contract with the Silver Arrows, and that is a huge testament to the fact that he still believes that he can win more silverware. Toto believes that the Brit has it in his power to do anything, especially when the title is on the line. They just need to provide him with the right opportunity. In the light of the era of the downforce, only one team seems to be at the top, and all the other teams seem to be struggling. But Lewis in an interview said that he thinks that the team has found their North Star. Lewis has expressed his confidence going into 2024. Although he doesn't want to keep his hopes high, he believes that the team has found their North Star. This seems to be a promising lead, but only time can tell how it will all go. Since we saw some glimmers of hope during the 2023 season, but it wasn't anything groundbreaking. It has to be said that expecting groundbreaking innovations throughout the course of an F1 season is a little hard. We're bound to see something new from the Silver Arrows for the new season. As long as the Silver Arrows don't try and reinvent the wheel, just like they did the last season with their zero side pod design, we should get a solid car. The car needs to manage tires well and then move into corners with extreme speed so that it doesn't lose out on valuable lap time compared to Red Bull. Lewis says that last year, Red Bull had slight issues with their car, but overall they had a very solid foundation to work off of. Whereas Mercedes had built a wall that was completely faulty and couldn't just be repaired with a few minor tweaks. Mercedes did crawl back a little after their upgrades towards the end of the season, but the improvements weren't consistent and the performances they did gain were messed up by their horrendous strategic decisions. Toto also said that in the grand scheme of things, it's just a minor setback, because if you look at the last years, we've been on top. And if we can maintain our performance till, let's say, 2050, then these 2 years will look like a minor blip in the grand dominance of the Mercedes era. If the other teams pick up their slack, we're looking for a fun-filled season, especially after the teams have had 2 years with these new regulations of the downstream era.